What purpose the gentlewoman from Guam rise?
I ask unanimous consent that I reclaim my time.
Without objection. Gentlewoman from Guam.
Mr. Speaker, I yield such time as he may consume to the gentleman from South Carolina, the Honorable Mr. John Spratt.
The gentleman from South Carolina is recognized for as much time as he may consume.
I thank the gentlelady for the generous grant of time and rise in support, Mr. Chairman, of the American Historical and Natural Legacy Study Act. This bill authorizes studies into the suitability of 10 sites as candidates for the National Park System. It's a first step towards preserving some of our most important historical sites and some of our most precious natural resources, many of which are vulnerable to development unless we act and act now. One of the 10 sites in this bill is located in the heart of my district, the Battle of Camden. I introduced the Battle of Camden Study Act in the 108th Congress, and I'm thankful that Congress is now finally considering it as part of this Natural Legacy Study Act. This site has been a National Historic Landmark since 1962, but it does not enjoy the support and protection offered by being a official unit of the National Park System. The Battle of Camden was fought on August 16, 1780. It was a crushing defeat for American Patriot forces. Indeed, some regard it as the high water mark of British supremacy in the Southern colonies. So it's fair to ask, if this battle was such a crushing defeat for the American patriots, why should we commemorate it at all? Well, to start with, this battle was lost by General Horatio Gates. The hero of Saratoga was a political favorite in the Continental Congress, and after the fall of Charleston, the Congress sent him south to command what remained of our forces. Congress appointed Gates without consulting Washington, who would have sent Nathanael Greene. Gates came and drove his ill-provisioned troops into battle even after discovering that Cornwallis had reinforced his ranks the day before with fresh troops from Charleston. The result was a rout, a disaster, and a retreat to Charlotte led by Gates himself. For its part, the Congress learned from this bitter experience its proper role in assigning general officers, and years later that principle was built into the Constitution. In replacing Gates after the fall of Camden, Congress deferred to Washington, and Washington dispatched Greene to the Carolinas. With Charleston and then Camden subdued, Cornwallis began a drive north to mop up resistance, with Major Ferguson on the west side of the Broad River and General Cornwallis on the east. The Battle of Camden had left new, fresh doubts about local militia and how reliable or effective they could be other than to harass British troops. But as Cornwallis's forces moved through the country, they learned the Carolina Patriot militia could not be taken lightly. As Ferguson made his way through the foothills of the Blue Ridge, he threatened to apply, quote, fire and steel to anyone who refused allegiance to the crown. Settlers from over the mountain got the message. More than 1,000 mustered at Sycamore Shoals, North Carolina, for a fight with Ferguson. On October 7, 1780, they found him encamped on the top of Kings Mountain. And after settling on tactics, they surrounded the mountain and attacked systematically. In less than an hour, Ferguson was dead, as were hundreds of his troops, dead, wounded, or taken prisoner. Kings Mountain is widely regarded as the turning point of the Revolution in the South, but we can't fully appreciate its significance unless we understand its context, the battles of Camden and Charleston. 3 months later, Morgan would meet Tarleton at Hannah's Cowpens, just 15 miles from Kings Mountain. And Tarleton's crushing defeat at Cowpens and Cornwallis's pursuit of Morgan into Virginia would eventually lead Cornwallis to Yorktown and total defeat. The Revolutionary War was a very near thing, which could easily have gone either way. That's why the Battle of Camden is so essential to understanding the Revolutionary War. The Continentals and the Patriots may have lost that battle, but they learned from bitter experience and came back to fight and win another day. I thank the committee, and particularly Chairman Ray Hall and Grijalva, Mrs. Bordallo, and my good colleague from South Carolina, Henry Brown, for including the Battle of Camden in your bill, and I encourage every member to vote for the adoption of this fine piece of legislation. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.